know they've got some good guys on offense, got some cats on defense, but so do we, and I think it could go either way. But we've got better players, so I think we should be able to take this one.
I know that their defense is pretty good. They don't allow very many points. It's going to be a dogfight.
Welcome live to Comalander Stadium, right next to the San Antonio International Airport, which will be the site for the Class 6A Division I bi-district playoff game between the 6th-ranked Reagan Rattlers in 12's top 12 and the 10th-ranked New Braunfels Unicorns to decide who gets to advance to the next round of the playoffs. And as you can see, weather will be a factor tonight in the first round of the high school football playoffs. The Unicorns are arriving from New Braunfels at about 5:30 p.m. tonight, making their way down I-35 before taking Wurzbach Parkway to their destination here at Comalander Stadium. After departing the team buses, the Unicorns went right to the visitors' locker room in hopes of an upset tonight. They're surprising some with a second-place finish in District 27 6A that also includes Steele and Judson. And here come the Reagan Rattlers making their way down 281 from their school in Stone Oak before taking the turn down Nakoma that brought them here tonight as a home team. The Rattlers taking it to the last game to claim the District 28 6A title by going undefeated in district play. Now looking for their first playoff victory since 2019 after being eliminated in the first round last season. Good evening, everybody, and welcome live to Comalander Stadium for a playoff first for us here at KSAT12. This is a Class 6A Division I bi-district championship game between the 6th-ranked Reagan Rattlers and the 10th-ranked New Braunfels Unicorns. And as you can see behind me, the stands are empty because weather will be a factor tonight. It is very chilly and windy here. We're expecting winds up to 20 to 25 miles per hour, gusts maybe even higher than that. The good news is the rain has let up, and both right now we're told or will be without their starting quarterbacks. However, that could be a change as far as the Reagan Rattlers. We'll have more on that in just a moment. But first, we'd like to thank the University Interscholastic League for allowing us to broadcast a playoff game on a Friday night. That's the first for those of us here at KSAT, and for our partners at Texas Sports Productions for all their help. But first, let's get you ready for our kickoff tonight. The New Braunfels Unicorns are coming into this game, as you can see, at an overall record of 7-3, 4-1 in district, with their only loss in district to the number 1 ranked Steele Knights. They came back on October the 7th when they lost to the Knights 42-24 to open district play. Since that time, they have reeled off 4 straight wins, including the Unicorns' 40-14 victory over Judson to cap off the regular season. Remember, the Unicorns kicked off their season with a stunning upset of Denton Ryan 34-33, ranked as the 3rd best team in the state at that time. The Unicorns will not have their star quarterback tonight, Leighton Adams, after he was injured in an accident off the field last night in New Braunfels. He is currently hospitalized in San Antonio. They will have to go with a sophomore, Clayton Namkin, tonight instead, and on defense they'll be led by their linebacker, Caton Bearwall, with 5 sacks. Now it's about beating Reagan.
To go into the playoffs with a win means a lot, just to get our momentum, to have everybody excited, ready up for the first playoff game. It's pretty important.
I mean, they run the ball. They like to play hard-nosed football, and they're going to try and out-physical you. And I mean, they've for the most part done that this year and proved that it works. They're a hard football team, but I mean, there's nothing these guys can't do, and we've proved that many times this year.
The Reagan Rattlers come in at a nice postseason showdown with New Braunfels with an 8-2 overall record, 8-0 in District 28 6A. That wasn't decided until the final game of the regular season against the Brandeis Broncos, in which the Rattlers won 24-9. In that game, running back Cole Pryor had 208 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns, and the Reagan defense held the Broncos quarterback J.C. Evans to just 121 yards in the air and on the ground to just 35 yards and 1 total touchdown. Now, that said, the only losses for the Rattlers this season came in a non-district competition that included their narrow defeat to Smithson Valley, 14-13 in the KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022 to open the season. And like New Braunfels, will have to go with a backup quarterback, Jacob Atkins, who began the season as their starting quarterback. They are holding out Caleb Capuccio for player health reasons, but now we're being told he might actually play tonight somewhere along the line. Now it's about advancing past the first round with New Braunfels standing in their way.
Hopefully we haven't played our best game yet, and as a senior this is a really good opportunity to have another game.
Definitely a more mature football team on both ends of the ball, watching film after our first scrimmage early on, first week actually, and I think we're both going to come out, have a good fight, starts in the trenches with us, and will be a good game. Definitely real cool to be on in November. You know, some kids already packing up, gone for their senior year, but we have an opportunity to keep going in the season and to get some more games in with my brothers.
All right, here is the matchup tonight. Note our pregame show goes all the way up to 7 o'clock, and we'll have the kickoff for you right at 7:08 live right here on KSAT12. Now it's time to meet the head coaches of both the New Braunfels Unicorns and the Reagan Rattlers. Our David Sears is covering the Reagan Rattlers, and our Andrew Seeley is with the Unicorns. Let's start first with the visiting team and our Andrew Seeley.
Thank you, Greg. I'm now joined by New Braunfels head coach Glenn Mangold. Coach, obviously rare circumstances dealing with your quarterback being out. We hope Leighton Adams is doing okay. How do you get your backup prepared to go ready for a playoff game tonight?
Well, he's been working hard all year long, and he's been working with the game plan and with both groups, the ones and the twos. So he's a talented individual, and he played varsity baseball all last season as a freshman. So this won't be new to him.
Obviously, the Unicorns have playoff experience from last year, a couple of returners from that team. You went up against an undefeated team last year and you won that first round. How does that experience help prepare you for this game tonight?
I think just being prepared to understand that it's a one game tournament right now, that you got to have your best game each and every night if you want to advance. So I think that's going to give us an advantage of knowing there's no guarantees after this week.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Really appreciate your time. So now send it over to David Sears for more on the Reagan sideline. David.
Thank you very much, Andrew, with the head coach of the Reagan Rattlers, Lyndon Hamilton. First off, let's talk about the quarterback change you got going tonight. First playoff game, maybe not the ideal situation, but you got a guy with experience.
For sure. Jacob's a senior. He's been doing great all year long, and he's had a great week of work, and he's got a great offensive line in front of him. He's got some really good backs and some pretty good wideouts to throw to tonight. So we'll let him have the win when he has the win, and when we don't have the win, hey, we're going to push the envelope a little bit. So we're excited about tonight.
Folks watching on KSAT ought to recognize him. He started the Pigskin Classic here on KSAT, so he does have that experience you need. And speaking of wind and weather, we stand this way, man. We can feel it coming this way. You guys got a great ground game. Does that kind of play into your game plan, being able to run that ball so much with it so windy?
Yes, sir. The prior kid's been doing well. We like what we're getting out of our offensive front, and they got to play in these elements. We got to play in these elements. So let the chips fall where they may, and here we go. We're not playing indoor, and we like our week of work and your first round playoffs, win or go home. So here we go.
Feels like fall too. Feels like
great
football,
weather,
right?
Great weather. Friday Night Lights. Wouldn't want it any other way. San Antonio, Texas. Here we go.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes,
good luck tonight. All right, Greg, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, David, and you too, Andrew. And we have much more to come on our KSAT pregame show before New Braunfels faces Reagan in the first round of the big game coverage playoff picture for you tonight. When we come back, we'll have the opening coin toss. Later, of course, they have the school songs for both New Braunfels and Reagan, the national anthem. And before we go to break, it's time to hear now from the Reagan High School cheerleaders.
Hi, we're the Reagan Dancers, and you're watching Big Game Coverage Playoff Edition on KSAT12. Go Rattlers! Hi, we're the New Braunfels Cheerleaders, and you're watching Big Game Coverage Playoff Edition on KSAT12. Go Unicorns!
And welcome back live at Comalander Stadium for our big-time playoff game tonight, live here on KSAT12 between New Braunfels and Reagan High School tonight. I'm joined with a special edition of Sports Guys live from Comalander Stadium with our David Sears. And David, we have gone from a balmy 83 degrees, and it's dropped off steadily since about 1 o'clock this afternoon. We're now a very windy and chilly evening, but the good news is there is no rain.
Do you remember when we kicked off the season in the Dome? It was 72.
It was very nice. Very nice.
And now we got this going
We had
on.
all kinds of food and festivity. But this is actually football weather.
This is about time.
So how will this be affected tonight for these game plans with the wind being such a factor?
Very interesting. Reagan runs the ball a lot. So this kind of plays right into their game plan because they're such a good team on the ground. New Braunfels likes to throw it a lot. The Reagan coach told us a while ago that, we're going to keep the ball on the ground going against the wind and might let it fly with the wind. We were watching some of the guys warm up a while ago. The kicker for Reagan kicked one from 60.
Wow.
With the wind. Saw that one go
Well, they
through.
told me he's actually been able to kick one without wind aid at 56.
Well, remember in the Dome, when we were in there, he kicked one 73. He punted one 73. So it'd be interesting to see what he can do with the wind and against the wind. If you're a golfer, like if you're going against the wind and like on a par 3 or something, you try to hit a punch shot.
Right.
The New Braunfels kicker, the guy that kicks off, he was trying to hit like some punch shots with the ball. He was like stopping and punching it down there against the wind. It kicked it pretty good. I was impressed. So
all right, let's get to this quarterback situation now for both of these teams. In the last 24 hours, we had learned that both teams have to go with their backup quarterbacks, and we'll have an update on that for you. For the New Braunfels Unicorns, Leighton Adams is out after an off-the-field accident last night. It has him hospitalized in San Antonio. His family released a statement this afternoon saying Leighton will not be available tonight due to injury sustained in a non-football-related accident. The family appreciates the community support, welcomes prayers for Leighton and the doctors handling his care. The Unicorns will go with their sophomore quarterback, Clayton Namkin. Likewise for Reagan, the Rattlers will start Jacob Atkins as a starter. Caleb Capuccio is being held out for player health reasons. Now, you have an update on Capuccio, do you not?
Yeah, we were just talking to some folks, talked to the coach, and apparently he's going to be in uniform, and he could very well be available this evening. So we're not exactly sure what that means, whether he's going to start, whether he's going to play at all.
Right.
But he's going to be on the bench, and he could actually play tonight. So we'll have to wait and see.
Atkins was the starting quarterback in the Alamo Dome in the KSAT Pigskin Classic. So he has experience. He is a senior. So I don't think you'll see much of a change there for Reagan. It's for New Braunfels is where they're having to use a backup quarterback who only has 4-game experience.
Yeah, and that's tough. And our thoughts and prayers go out to the young guy, and we wish him a full recovery and a speedy recovery, and his family. And you know the New Braunfels Unicorn team is probably thinking about him a lot. So hopefully that doesn't become a major distraction for them. They can think about the game tonight and then think about him when the game is over. Maybe win one for him. Who knows?
All right, we got to kick it up to the boot to Bobby Stossenberger here in just a minute here. We're not done with our pregame show yet from the Class 6A Division 1 bi-district playoff round between the New Braunfels Unicorns and the Reagan Rattlers. And, David, I'll let you read your part.
Okay, so when we come back, we're going to have tonight's coin toss. We got it mic'd up. We're going to hear the referee call that toss, and then the school songs for both the New Braunfels Unicorns and the Reagan Rattlers. And we're also going to have Bobby Stotzenmeyer's thoughts before the big kickoff tonight. We'll have all that for you when we come back. It's the big playoff game between Reagan and New Braunfels coming up.
Defer to the second half. Want to defer? You want to receive? They want to defer. Which way you want to kick it?
So Reagan won the toss. They deferred. Yep.
This is grilled with just the right amount of butter and oil. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed. Well, you wouldn't know. And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
At Jordan Ford, our team is here to serve you and your entire family, making the car buying process easy, comfortable, and saving you valuable time. We have cars that fit everyone's needs, whether you're into tech-savvy features or need something the whole family can travel with. Prefer to talk via text? No worries. Prefer to speak in Spanish? No problema. Our team is here to help. So bring your family in for a test drive or shop online at JordanFord.com.
We continue with South Texas game day here in KSAT12. Greg Simmons now in the booth. Bobby Stotzenberger here as we have the first round of the Class 6A Division I playoffs. It's a windy night. Greg, we finally got some football weather. It took all the way till the first round of the playoffs, but it's here, and we've got two really good defensive teams and two teams playing with backup quarterbacks. So I'm predicting a low score, but who knows?
Well, let me give you a little bit of an update we learned down on the field. There is a possibility right now that Cappuccio will be able to play tonight. They've held him out as a personal health precaution, but head coach Lyndon Hamilton revealed to our David Sears that he may see some action tonight and could possibly even start. So we'll have to wait and see what his decision is when we do actually get this game kicked off.
Well, if that doesn't happen, it will be Jacob Atkins, who we saw in the KSAT Pigskin Classic. He started the game against Smithson Valley. He is a senior, so if you look at the quarterback situation, both teams going with backup quarterbacks. For Reagan, they've got a senior that is ready to go, and for the New Braunfels Unicorns, Clayton Namkin is just a sophomore, but it hadn't played a whole lot, but he's a really good athlete. He committed to play baseball at Texas A&M before he even stepped on campus at New Braunfels High School. So he's a very highly regarded baseball player, and the word on the street is he's got a great arm.
Well, he did have 4 games he was able to play in. He's had 94 total yards. He hasn't had a touchdown pass this season, but he has had a 26-yard long pass, so he has some experience at that level, but they will definitely be missing Leighton Adams tonight.
Well, so far, where's the wood at? Knock on it, Greg. We've held off on the rain. It is a bit windy here. But the winner of this game will get the Westlake Chaparrals, the 3-time defending state champions. Obviously, you want to get that opportunity to take a crack at the top team in the state, and whoever wins this will get that. But what a great story for both of these teams. Again, Reagan was in the KSAT Pigskin Classic. They lost to Smithson Valley. They lost to Round Rock, who's a really good team. And the second game, they've won 8 straight since. They went undefeated in district. And for New Braunfels, they have 4 straight wins. They lost to Steele in district play. That was their only district loss as they finished second in district play.
All right, let's take a look also at, you mentioned the weather and the rain. We did have a pretty good downpour here at around 5:30 this afternoon. It lasted about 10 to 15 minutes. So as you can tell by looking at the field and the fans are bundled up, but there are no umbrellas. So the rain at this point has stopped, but the field is still wet. So that also could be a factor as well tonight.
Well, we're happy to have KSAT12 carrying this. It's been a while. I know you probably had a chance to call a playoff game at this stadium. I believe I remember watching you.
It was Judson and Churchill.
1983. It was the regional finals, and it was a great contest that Judson sprung them to a state championship that season. So welcome back again.
Thank you.
We'll break it. We're back with more from Comalander Stadium in a moment here on KSAT 12. Back at Comalander Stadium, Bobby Stotzenberger, Greg Simmons, as a windy, cool evening here in San Antonio as the front has come through. Let's take a look at the brackets now, as this is a 6A Division I contest. And we mentioned the winner of this contest getting the Westlake Chaparrals. Well, there's the standings from district play for Reagan. You can see, Greg, they went undefeated in district last week. They had that big win over Brandeis. It was a winner-take-all for the district championship, but in that game, we believe that's where Caleb Cappuccio suffered the injury that may keep him out of tonight's game, but that was a big win for the Rattlers.
That was a huge win, and we had talked about it before the game even kicked off, that you were impressed with the Reagan defense, and it certainly came true against Brandeis' J.C. Evans, because he only threw in that game for 121 yards and never one touchdown in the air. He had to make that touchdown on the ground, and that's the only touchdown the Reagan defense would give up in that game. And as a result, as you can see, they go through it. The trick for Reagan this time around is trying to get past the first round since 2019. So that's what they want to do tonight against New Braunfels.
All right, let's take a look at New Braunfels and their district standings. They finished second to the Steele Knights, but they had a very impressive win to finish out the regular season. They clobbered Judson last week. They seem to be peaking at the right time. Of course, their quarterback situation notwithstanding, everyone else around them has performed very well.
And they'll have to rely a lot on their running game tonight for a number of reasons. First, because Adams is out, and the second, because of the high win factor here. But that's an impressive finish for New Braunfels in that district that also includes Steele and Judson. When you take a look at what they've been able to do there, and the way they finished against Judson was remarkable, because Judson this year has been kind of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of affair. You know, either you get the Judson we know, and then sometimes the Judson we learned about a couple of seasons ago, right?
Right.
So, but they're on the right track of trying to get back, and they're back in the playoffs. But New Braunfels had a dominating performance in that game.
And yeah, I'll tell you what, Greg, Glenn Mangold has done a fantastic job at New Braunfels. You can see each and every year they get a little bit better, a little bit better. The school is landlocked, but it's still growing, so their enrollment is growing. It's a great place to be right now to play football or any sport. It's not just football. New Braunfels is getting good across the board in pretty much every sport, and so football is a benefactor of that as well. Well, I mentioned the brackets. We've got a couple of local teams in this 6A Division I bracket, including, of course, this game here tonight. There's the Division I bracket for Region 4. And, of course, on to the semifinals if you get there. As we zoom in, and you see the winner's going to get the Westlake Chaparrals, who won easily last night.
It'll be a tough next round opponent, won't it be?
At the top of the bracket, you see the Steel Knights. They're waiting the winner of Round Rock and Lake Travis. Brennan is in there as well. We may have a Steel Brennan rematch in round 3, a rematch from the Pigskin Classic, but obviously the winner of this is going to have a very tough opponent. And then you see Taft down at the bottom of that bracket. They're a team that may make some noise and get on to the second or even third round of the playoffs as well.
All right, and keep in mind, when you look at these brackets, how tough of a region this is going to be for any team that gets past this first round.
Absolutely. When you have the Westlake Chaparrals in there, the defending state champs, that makes it tough. We'll be back with more from Comalander Stadium in a moment right here on KSAT 12. Back here at Comalander Stadium for Friday night high school football playoffs. 50 degrees. Can you believe it? 50 degrees
I
here.
believe it's standing down there. I can tell you that. I can believe it.
You like it better up here.
And I appreciate the heater, whoever idea that was. Thank you very much for that. I feel bad for Andy and Gabe down on the field because I feel your pain, fellas. I was there, so I understand what you're going through. But I know people up north are laughing at us, telling us we don't know what we're talking about when it comes to cold weather. But for Texans, this is cold.
It definitely is. Everybody bundled up. 50 degrees, but with that 22-mile-an-hour wind, it currently feels like 43. So let's go ahead and check in with the a guy that we know can handle it down on the sideline. Andy Skelton's on the New Braunfels sidelines with an update and keys to victory for the Unicorns.
I tell you what, the wind is going to definitely be a factor tonight, guys, and the keys to victory for New Braunfels. They're going to have to keep the young buck running back for New Braunfels, Cole Pryor, under wraps. He's a talented sophomore running back. They did not need to let Reagan control the tempo and the time of possession. They're going to have to do everything in their power to control the tempo themselves, and they need to protect the football and limit unforced errors and mistakes tonight, guys.
All right, and Andy, this is also what you call hunting weather, right?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go to the Reagan sideline. Gabe Farias standing by. He's had it hot and cold this season. Cold tonight, Gabriel.
Yeah, it's chilly down here, guys. For the Reagan Rattlers, they're going to have to shorten the game with their rushing attack. Cole Pryor's going to have a big game. They're going to have to win the line of scrimmage. I think this is where the game is going to be won, guys. They're in the trenches on both sides, and they've got to dominate the third phase of football, special teams, guys. And I mean this with all due respect and love. I hope your heater breaks down tonight.
Well, maybe you can kind of get to the sidelines and steal a little heat off the sideline machines before you get out.
Those keys to victory brought to you by KLegato.com. Thanks again. And, just so you know, guys, they have hand-delivered some hot chocolate to Greg Simmons up here. When you get the celebrity in the booth, they bring the hot chocolate. And this is going to be a lot of fun. I think we have really good two good teams. And we saw the bracket as soon as it came out. Like, this is going to be a great contest. We'll have it next right here on KSAT 12. Stick around. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a windy and cold Comalander Stadium for the Class 6A Division I bi-district round playoffs between the New Braunfels Unicorns and the Reagan Rattlers. Hello, everyone. Bobby Stotzenberger joined by the legend Greg Simmons here tonight for high school football playoffs. And we've got you a good one here tonight as we have two teams that have been surging of late, playing great football. And when we looked at the brackets coming in, we said, Greg, this is going to be a great game, and we expect it as these two teams collide here in round one.
even with the question marks on the quarterbacks tonight, both teams bring in great running games, and Reagan has a very stout defense. So this should be a very good contest tonight.
In fact, both teams are great defensively. Matter of fact, these two teams scrimmaged. And the word on the street was in the scrimmage. Of course, that was 11 weeks ago.
Yes.
It was New Braunfels that had the upper hand in that. But I know Reagan has gotten so much better since we saw them early in the Pigskin Classic. And they have continued with an 8-game winning streak coming into this contest here tonight.
And that was a great game, too, against Smithson Valley. Went down to the wire, 14-13. It kicked off the 3-game triple header that we had. And an amazing performance by all the teams in that particular game. In fact, remember, all 3 of those games decided by 5 points.
All right, let's take a look at our impact players. Because the quarterbacks are out tonight, it's going to be the running game. Tyree Johnson for the New Braunfels Unicorns.
All right, the thing about Tyree is watch how he's able to cut back in across the green. That's the most impressive thing about him. He's a little bigger than what Reagan has to offer, but he still has that speed and quickness. Watch again here off the fake, and he's able to take it right up the middle, and I don't even think he gets touched before he gets into the end zone on that one. So Tyree is going to be, and then there's Cole Pryor.
Boy, he was impressive last week. He's been impressive since they lost their senior starter, and now Cole Pryor, as a sophomore, has taken advantage of that.
Yeah, and watch how he's able to get down inside on these teams, but watch how quick he is. He's not very big, as you can see, but look at that. Even bites on the fake for the photographer, but look at that. Once he gets that hole, that speed takes him the rest of the way.
All righty, folks, we'll break it down further as we continue here from Comalander Stadium in just a moment. You're watching the High School Football Showcase presented by John Wayne Service Company on KSAT 12.